Hello everyone. So today we are also going to solve this beautiful weekly challenge 449. So yeah, let's get started. Let's first understand what it says. So what we can see, we have two data sets and two tasks, two outputs. So let's say what it says. It says financial analysts often need to consolidate the data from various sources. Okay. This week's challenge focuses on using Alteryx functions in financial planning and analysis projects. The first data sets, which is this one, includes sales information from various countries and business segments. So this data set contains sales information which we can see, right? Sales, gross sales, profits, and COGs and all, right? All informations about related to sales, especially in their local currency. So these figures are in local currencies, like country Japan, then it's Japanese yen, China yuan. So all the informations about these currencies of these sales data are in their local currencies. So we have to convert this in euro, right? It says the second data provides the conversion rate from country to currencies euros. So these data, the second data set, this data set contains exchange rate in 1 euro in a USD. So we have these informations with us to convert this data, to convert local currencies into euros. And your first task is to create a final table that includes the segment. So we can see from here the output. Yeah. So what we want in the first task is segment. Yeah, we have segment. Region, we have region. We have total sales in euros for both the year 2022 and 23. और इन्होंने एक छोटी सी टिप भी दे दी है, to remove any column where the sales price is zero, null. And the second part says, for the second part of the challenge, it says calculate year over year variation. So 23 minus 22 for the segment of 23 to 22 23 year, and identify the segment that experienced negative variation across all three regions. So we have to find the regions where all the segments have performed negative, where the sales has dropped. So we know the answer. Enterprise and mid market is the two segments जिन्होंने तीनों regions में negative performance दी है. Regions are Europe, Asia Pacific and USA. So let's get started with the first task. First task, we have already seen the output. So first what we need to do is to remove the null values. So for that, what we can do is we can just go to this data cleansing tool and we can connect this data to this data cleansing, so we can clean our data. This is a very beautiful tool which provides you a lot of things to clean your data. So what I will doing, I'll be removing all the things which I find. So I'm not selecting this, or I can do this. So everywhere, so it has already specified the region, like sales price. So I'm doing it for all, or you can just click on none and select the sales price. Let's say sales price, right? Sales price, it doesn't matter actually. Yes, we are not going to take sales price, right? So I'm taking everything and I'll run this. So I'll be getting no null values. So you can also see if your data has null value or not by looking at something. I'll be showing you that in a while. Just wait. तो अगर आपको देखना है ना कि whether your data contains null value or not, what you can do is just click on this browse tool and just check these values. Like it says sales price, right? Go to sales price and click here. So now you can see, yeah, it contains null values. It contains 2.91% of the whole data is a null, right? And 0.44 is unique values, and this is the okay data. So you can always check data about data of data, that what it contains, what it actually contains. So now we have clean data with us. Now we have no null values with us. So now we can work with our data. So the thing is, in first task you need to create a table, include this, and this. So okay, what I can see is to convert these two. So we have to combine these two data set into one. So there are many ways to do that. You can use a formula tool if you don't want to combine those. If you don't want to combine, because I remember this, that in this we had only six currencies with us, right? Six currencies with us. So if you want this, you can also try this. Like, take the formula tool and select select sales in euro. Let's name the column sales in euro, right? Name the column sales in euro. And what you can do here is you can use if else function. This one. I'm not doing this. I'm just telling you, you can choose this option also if you don't want to combine both the datas, both these data sets, sales figure and exchange. If you don't want to if you don't want to combine those data, you can also try this, because now you know you only had six currencies. So you can also try this, but I won't prefer this option because this is a very uh, this is very long way to doing things, right? I'm just telling you for the knowledge purpose only. So what you can do is, if your currency is equals to JPY, JPY, then sales multiply by the exchange rate. And what is the exchange rate? You can check from this. Exchange rate is, to convert this to in euro, you have to multiply as this 0.0063, 0.633. So this is 0.0063, right? And then what you can do is just again, if else, if currency is, so you can also copy and paste the data according to the need. So I'm doing this, and then I'll be copying and pasting the formats. Then you have to only change the currency is equals to CNY. Then, and for you have to, but you can see the process is very long. I have to go back and check the exchange rate, and then I have to multiply this by 0.13. Then I'll be doing this 0.13. Then sales is multiplied by 0.13, right? So now what you can do, you can just copy this formula, whole formula, and come here, paste this, right? And then you have to just change this CNY to 0.3, this CNY to next currency, which is, let's say, US, right? USD. Then you can so you can see this whole process is very long, right? और इतना टाइम होता नहीं है करने के लिए. So I just show you the way you can do things, but I don't want this option. I don't want to use this right now. Though formula tool, I love formula tool using a lot. I feel comfortable with formula tool, but this is a very long process to achieve what we want here in this particular option. You can also go with it. There is no problem, but we have two more options to do the same thing. Option number one, we can use join, or option number two, we can use find and replace. I'll be using join first, then I'll be showing you how you can achieve the same thing by using find and replace. So first data I have chosen from this is my right, this is my left data, and I'm taking this to the left, right. अब हमने ना डेटा जो डेटा सोर्सेस थे वो हमने यहाँ पे अटैच कर दिए हैं. नाउ वी हैव टू लुक फॉर द कनेक्शन. तो कनेक्शन हम लेंगे करेंसी टू करेंसी का. वेयर इज करेंसी? करेंसी टू करेंसी. यहाँ पे अपना ऑटोमेटिक आ गया करेंसी टू करेंसी. So now we know what we need. We need region, we need date, we need segment, we don't need country, we need currency, we don't need product, we don't need this, we don't need this. I'm just removing the columns. I don't know. I don't want my data set. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. I want sales. Right. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want currency. But ले लेते हैं बाद में बता देंगे. I want euro. I don't want USD. I don't want JPY. I don't want Great Britain. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want anything from this now. I don't want this. I don't want this. ये भी नहीं. ये भी नहीं. ये भी नहीं. So now I have rectified a lot of things. So यहाँ पर ना नाम भी change कर सकते हो आप यहाँ पर जाके. So यूरो के नीचे मैं यहाँ पे देता हूँ rate. Okay, now I'm run this tool and see what we have now with us. Now I can see in join we have US, the region, date, segment, currency same hai, and then we have rate. At this rate we will be having the data, our information, right? So now we have our exchange rate and everything with us, right? So let's now start working on this. What we need is let's go back here in this and let's remove right currency. Go in the last and remove this. We don't want currency with us. We have two currencies, right? So we don't want one. I'll be moving this. Now what we can do is we will be using formula tool to get the year from the date column, and the sales is in still is in a local currency, and we have to convert that into euro. So we will be doing the same using formula tool. So I have this formula tool with me. So first I'll be using date column, and I'll be using, you can always go here to look for the things you want. Like I want to go into date and time, and I want to use year, date, time, year. Date, time, year, date, time, year. So I can have year from the date columns. This is not getting what I want. Let's create a new column called year. This is not happening. Let me see. Time, year, date, time, year, date, time, year, date, time, year, date, time, year ही चाहिए हमें. date, time, year, and the date column. Yeah. So now we have only date with us, right? 2220. So now we have dates, and we'll be going to the, let's create new column called sales in euro. Okay. So how we will be getting sales from euro? When we multiply sales with rate rates, we will be getting sales in euro, right? So let's run this and let's see what we have now with us. So now we have sales in euro, right? We have year, and we have segment, we have this region. So now let's start working. What we can do to get this, right? Sales, total sales in euro. What we can do to achieve this, what we can do is, mm, we have to use summarize tool, right? Let's take this out and summarize the data based on region, group by region, segment group by, and we don't want currency. Let's take year group by, and actually we don't want year group by. Actually, let's say what happens is the sales in euro is in string, the data is in string. We don't want that in the string, then we won't be able to do numeric task on it. We have to convert this into float. All right, and then let's go here and see if things has changed or not. Sales is in float. Now we can sum. Actually, I'm doing wrong, I guess. This is not the way to achieve what we want, because now it will be adding everything in year wise, right? We don't want that. Let's see what happened. Let's play some hidden trial ways to get the desired result. Let's say what we have now. Things are so messed up, I guess, or not. Things are not messed up, I think. Things are nice. Things are nice, I guess. Things are nice because now we have 22, 23, 22, 23, right? Now we have to just change the alignment. Let's use transpose tools here, right? Let's use transpose tool here. Transpose. Not transpose. Let's use cross tab. Let's see what is in cross tab. Group data by this is this, concatenate segment. Let's see what we have. 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 Let's see what we have here. What let's see what we have here. We have a very bad data with us. We have 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 very bad data with us right now. This is so bad. I have these key columns and it has changed the things in a not right way. I had this, I used summarize tool or else. What could happen? Instead of this, let's use transpose here. Let's see if I choose this is my key column. This is my key column. This is my key column. If these are my key columns, I don't know what I'm doing, but things are not going well right now. There is something which I am missing. This is so bad. Why this is not acha? Okay. 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 This is not. This is not what I want. This is not what I want. I want something else. I don't want this. यहाँ तक तो सही है. यहाँ तक. और क्या पता यहीं पर ही गलती हो गई हो कुछ इनको तो चलो कर दिया मैंने काम. ठीक है. यहाँ पे तो कर दिया मैंने काम. ठीक. Now I have this and segment भी है. Sales भी आ गई. Heroine sales में आ गया. Now what I want this to be intact. I don't want to change this, but I want this to get this become header, right? And this become the values of these headers. So for that I have to do this for this. Key columns are these two and this is the data column. And what happened when I did this? It happened so bad here, right? It's gone wrong here because I don't want them to get changed. The reason number one. And the data column, let's say if I remove this, what I want. Okay, now I get it. I have to remove this. Now I get it. Now I know. I have to attach this with this, and I have to these to the group by, and I have to make this E as a column and this sales as a column, and यहाँ पे मुझे sum कर देना है. Now I get it. Now I get it. Now it should be correct. Now it should be correct. Now it should be correct. Yeah, you can see this is what we wanted, right? Now we have 15 rows, region, segment, year, and this. Though this is showing error because of a lot of values here, which we can adjust. Now I get it. So what we can do now, the overall thing is completed. This is what we wanted, right? Let's see the number of columns it had. Number of like 15 displayed and 4 filled, and this is what we want. The name can be changed, and it has so now we have data with everything we wanted, right? Let's arrange this also in a good manner. Let's take out the short function and short this data, short region. Yep, now we have what we wanted. So let's go back and put this down, and now we have what we wanted. 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 Let this run and then see. Yes, this is what we wanted, right? Now things are so sorted. So the first task is completed here. We have achieved everything, whatever is written over there. And let's move towards the second task. Task number 2, which says we have to calculate the variance. Now it's talking about the variance. For the second part of the challenge, calculate the over and over variance per segment itna itna, and identify the segment x negative. Okay, so we have this data. I am continuing from here only. I want to calculate variance. For this I will be using my favorite tool, which is formula. So in that we need to create a new column which will be naming variance. Variance variation. Variation. So how we will be calculating variation? We will be calculating variation as we will be using this, and column this minus this by this, and this whole will be divided by this base, and then multiply by 100, because I am taking the percentage. I'm taking the percentage of the variance to calculate the. Now this is showing a lot of decimals, so I will be going to fix it. Decimal maybe. What will be floating? Let's do the floating. No, let's see what we have. Is this working or not? We are now about to end the topic. About to end this college challenge. Now we have the variance, right? We can see here we have the variance. but it has already told us that we want only negative variations, right? So let's calculate negative variance. For that, what we can do the data filter. Now we will be filtering the data. We will be filtering the data. I will be choosing variation that is less than 0. So I want this which is less than 0. So let's see, do I have the variance in a negative? Yes, now I have all the variation which are in negative. So I want to calculate segment which is negative in all three regions. Let if say I want, if this channel partner is negative in Europe, it should be negative in Asia Pacific, it should be negative in USA. If it's not negative in any other, then I will not be taking that segment. It's, let's say this enterprise is negative in this, right? And this thing. So let's see the answer first. Which are the two enterprise which we can easily see, and build a market? These two. So how, what we can do to get these values with us is to, though there is only 9 records, we can pick it by ourselves, but we will not be doing that. We will be using some nice tool to, we will be counting. We need to count, right? And for that we will be using some nice tool to count the, so I will be using, so the normal thing is, if we have to count these things, if anything, any segment which is equals to 3, I'll be taking that. Which is not equal to 3, I'll not be taking that. So I'll be using segment and group by, and then again segment, and this time I'll be counting that. Or you can only use counting, but I want the name of the segment. That's why I'm using the group function also. So let's run this and see what happens, what we will be getting. So yes, we have the enterprise and middle market 3 times. So I want only these 3 columns with me. So answer is very obvious in front of me, but let's complete this if we are doing it. Again filter tool, and again count is equals to 3, then we will be taking that. स्टॉप करता हूँ मैं इसको 1 मिनट, ठीक है, एंड सिलेक्ट टूल निकाल लेता हूँ मैं, एंड आई डोंट वांट काउंट विद मी, तो आई विल बी गेटिंग द माई फाइनल आंसर। तो मुझे रोक के दोबारा चलाना पड़ता, तो वो टाइम कंज्यूमिंग आता, तो मैंने आगे तब करेगा ही, तो वैसे कर लेगा। So now I'll be having my data. What I will be having, I will be having my 2 columns, which is enterprise and this build market, and this is what we had here also. This is with build market, enterprise and build market, and this is exactly what we had here also. So instead of doing differently, I just completed the whole task 1 and 2 in single workflow, in single process. So if you see here, we have task 1, and if you go forward, we have here task 2. So here we have finally completed the weekly challenge 499 by doing a lot of hidden trial methods. So yeah, Always remember Alteryx. In Alteryx, if you are solving anything, there are many paths to achieve something. Many paths are very easy to use. Some paths are long, some paths are easy, some paths need a lot of experience, some paths need very less experience. So I'm not that experienced in this. I'm learning all tricks slowly and slowly. So I use this long process of achieving the target. And always remember, the you if you are working with any challenge, you will be using 10 different ways of achieving that, because this is how you use tools, right? Tools are there always to simplifying the task. It's you who make the decisions. So yeah, let's end this here. We'll see you next week with new challenges.